students, how are you? Hope you all are very fine. Children, today I am giving you the exercises of the chapter. So, here is Economics chapter 2 People as Resources solution. Let's see question 1. What do you understand by people as resources? So, answer: people as resources is a way of referring to a country's working people in terms of their existing productive skill and abilities. Human resource is an asset for the economy rather than a liability. Population becomes human capital when there is investment made in the form of education, training and medical care. In fact, human capital is the stock of skill and productive knowledge embodied in them. दिस इज़ द आंसर 1. अब मैं इसका हिंदी एक्सप्लेन नहीं करूँगी आपको नोट्स बनाने के लिए क्वेश्चन आंसर्स की एक्सरसाइज लिखने के लिए मैं आपके लिए क्वेश्चन आंसर्स लेकर आई हूँ. तो आप लिख लीजिए, चैप्टर को मैं पहले ही अच्छी तरह से समझा चुकी हूँ. सो नाउ क्वेश्चन 2. हाउ इज़ ह्यूमन रिसोर्स डिफरेंट फ्रॉम अदर रिसोर्सेज लाइक लैंड एंड फिजिकल कैपिटल? So solution: human resource is different in the following ways. Land and other resources are fixed, limited and specified, whereas human resources can be herted through education and health. Second point: human resources can bring a change in other resources, whereas other resources cannot change or affect human resources. Human resources can make use of land and physical capital, whereas land and physical capital cannot become useful on its own. तो चिल्ड्रन, इसमें देखिए कि ह्यूमन जो दूसरे रिसोर्सेस हैं उनसे ह्यूमन रिसोर्सेस किस तरह से डिफरेंट है. जहाँ मुझे ज़रूरत समझ में आएगी वहाँ मैं एक्सप्लेन करूँगी. तो यहाँ पर लैंड और जो दूसरे रिसोर्सेज होते हैं वो फिक्स होते हैं, आप जानते हैं. लेकिन ह्यूमन रिसोर्सेज क्या होते हैं? वो अपनी एजुकेशन और हेल्थ के थ्रू अपने आप को और ज़्यादा अच्छा बना सकते हैं. ह्यूमन रिसोर्सेज क्या कर सकते हैं? वो चेंजेस कर सकते हैं रिसोर्सेज में, लेकिन दूसरे रिसोर्सेज ऐसा नहीं कर सकते. ह्यूमन रिसोर्सेज क्या कर सकते हैं? लैंड और फिजिकल कैपिटल जो भी होती है जहाँ भी उसको यूज़फुल बना सकते हैं, लेकिन जो दूसरे रिसोर्सेज हैं वो ये सब नहीं कर सकते. तो इस तरह से ह्यूमन रिसोर्सेज जो है वो चेंज होते हैं. नाउ क्वेश्चन 3. What? Here is the answer 3. Educated people find jobs in private firms while the uneducated people continue with the same work as their parents. They earn a meager income like their parents, which is just enough to support a family. Several years of education adds to the quality of labor. This enhances their total productivity. Total productivity adds to the growth of the economy. This is in turn pays an individual through salary or in some other forms of his choice. It is a known fact that with investments made on education and health, one can yield a high return in the future in the form of higher earnings and greater contribution to the society. Now question 4. What is the role of health in human capital formation? Solution: the role of health in human capital formation is as follows. First, healthier people have higher productivity because the health of a person helps him to release his potential and the ability to fight illness. On the other hand, an unhealthy person becomes a liability for an organization. Second, it improves the quality of life. A healthy person is able to do his work in a proper and efficient way. A healthy person makes greater contribution to society as compared to an unhealthy person. Good health enables a person to earn more and to be more regular in his work. Now question 5. What part does health play in the individual's working life? So solution: health plays a very important role in an individual's life because, as we all know, health is wealth and only a healthy person can work or perform to his full potential. An unhealthy person cannot work efficiently. A healthy person is able to work harder and better, thus earning more and living a better life. If the body is healthy, only then one can perform well. So we can say that health plays a vital role in an individual's life. Now question 6. What are the various activities are undertaken in the primary sector, secondary sector and tertiary sector? So solution. The various activities have been classified into three main sectors, that is primary, secondary and tertiary. The primary sectors includes agriculture, forestry, animal husbandry, fishing, poultry farming and mining. Quarrying and manufacturing is included in the secondary sector. Trade, transport, communication, banking, education, health, tourism, services, insurance, etc. are included in the tertiary sector. Now, question 7. What is the difference between economic activities and non-economic activities? So, right answer. Economic activities, non-economic activities. The economic activities in the third sector result in the production of goods and services. Activities which are not performed to earn money but to get some satisfaction are called non-economic activities. These activities add value to the national income. These activities are called economic activities. These activities are performed to discharge social obligation or for physical fitness or for recreation. Economic activities have two parts: market activities and non-market activities. So, market activities involves remuneration to anyone who performs. People visiting places of worship, providing relief to the victims of flood and earthquake, engaging in sports activities, gardening, listening to radio or watching television are all examples of non-economic activities. Non-market activities are the production for self-consumption. The three activities most often reported are cleaning, cooking and child minding. So question 8. Why are women employed in low paid work? So answer. Women are paid for their work when they enter the labor market. Their earning, like that of their male counterpart, is determined on the basis of education and skill. A majority of the women have meager education and low skill formation, and hence women are paid low compared to men. Most women work where job security is not there. Now question 9. How will you explain the term unemployment? So answer. Unemployment is said to exist when people are willing to work at the going wages but cannot find jobs. Now question 10. What is the difference between disguised unemployment and seasonal unemployment? Solution. Disguised unemployment. In case of disguised unemployment, people appear to be unemployed but they are not actually employed. Sometimes in agricultural families, 8 people are working on a farm, whereas only 4 people are needed to do that work. Thus, 4 persons are surplus and they are not needed on the farm. They also do not help to increase the production. If these 4 extra persons are removed from the farm, the production from the farm will not decrease. Therefore, these 4 persons appear to be employed, but they are actually disguisedly unemployed. Now, seasonal unemployment. Seasonal unemployment happens when people are able to find jobs during some months of the year. People dependent upon agriculture usually face such problems. There are certain busy seasons when sowing, harvesting, weeding and threshing are done. When the plants are growing, there is not much work. During this period, they remain unemployed and are said to be seasonally unemployed. Now question 11. Why is educated unemployed a peculiar problem of India? Solution. In the case of India, educated unemployment has become a common phenomenon. Many youths with matriculation graduation and post-graduation degrees are not able to find jobs. A study shows that the unemployment of graduates and postgraduates has increased faster than among matriculates. A paradoxical manpower situation is witnessed as a surplus of manpower in certain categories coexist with a shortage of manpower in others. Now question 12. In which field do you think India can build the maximum employment opportunity? Answer. Since agriculture is the backbone of India, India can build maximum employment opportunities in agriculture based industries. Now question 13. Can you imagine some village that initially had no job opportunities but later came up with many? Solution. Some of the measures in the education system to mitigate the problem of the educated unemployed are: vocational education should be encouraged so that people do not have difficulty getting jobs because they will be better trained for work. More use of information technology should be made in giving education. More employment opportunities should be made available to the educated people in the tertiary sector. Now question 14. Which capital would you consider the best? Land, water, physical capital and human capital. Why? The capital I consider the best in human capital because there are countries like Japan that have invested in human resources as they did not have any natural resource. These countries are developed and rich countries. They import the natural resource needed their country. They have invested in people, especially in the field of education and health. These people have made efficient use of other resources like land and capital. Efficiency and technology evolved by people have made these countries rich and developed. तो चिल्ड्रन इस क्वेश्चन को समझ लीजिए कि आप किस कैपिटल को ज़्यादा बेहतर मानेंगे, लैंड, लेबर, फिजिकल कैपिटल या फिर ह्यूमन कैपिटल. तो हाँ, मैं ह्यूमन कैपिटल को बेहतर मानूंगी क्योंकि ह्यूमन कैपिटल जो है वह अपनी स्किल के द्वारा, अपने नॉलेज के द्वारा बहुत ज़्यादा प्रोग्रेस करती है. फॉर एग्जांपल जापान का है, वहाँ पर कोई भी नेचुरल रिसोर्सेज नहीं है, लेकिन फिर भी जापान जो है वो डेवलप्ड कंट्रीज़ में आता है क्योंकि उन्होंने जो अपनी ह्यूमन कैपिटल है उसे नई नई टेक्नोलॉजी के द्वारा अपनी कंट्री को डेवलप करने में बहुत ज़्यादा हेल्प की है. तो चिल्ड्रन, इकोनॉमिक्स के मैं कुछ ऑब्जेक्टिव्स भी लेकर आई हूँ, वो भी आप लिख लेंगे. विच ऑफ द फॉलोइंग इज़ नॉट एन एसेट टू द इकोनॉमी? सो आंसर इज लेबर. देन सेकेंड, सेल्फ कंजप्शन इज नॉन मार्केट एक्टिविटीज़. जो खुद के लिए कंजप्शन कर रहे हैं तो नॉन मार्केट एक्टिविटी कहलाएगी वो. नाउ थर्ड, सेकेंडरी सेक्टर इंक्लूड्स मैन्युफैक्चरिंग. फोर्थ, वन हु कैन रीड एंड राइट इन एनी लैंग्वेज विथ अंडरस्टैंड टर्म एज लिटरेट. फिफ्थ, which of the following country did not have natural resources by investing in human resource have become rich and developed? So answer is Japan. Sixth, tertiary sector provides services, goods, both goods and services, none of the above. तो tertiary sector जो हमें क्या प्रोवाइड करता है? tertiary sector हमें सर्विसेज प्रोवाइड करता है. Now seventh, क्वालिटी ऑफ पॉपुलेशन डिपेंड्स अपॉन. अब क्वालिटी ऑफ पॉपुलेशन लिटरेसी रेट पर भी, हेल्थ पर भी और स्किल पर भी, तीनों चीज़ों पर डिपेंड करती है. सो ऑल ऑफ द अबव. नाउ एट्थ, पीपल एज अ रिसोर्स रेफर्स टू देयर प्रोडक्टिव स्किल. नाइन्थ, विच ऑफ द फॉलोइंग एक्टिविटी इज नॉट अ मार्केट एक्टिविटी? सो हियर इज लुकिंग आफ्टर चिल्ड्रन इज नॉट अ मार्केट एक्टिविटी. 10th, which of the following sector is related to agriculture and dairy? So answer is primary sector.